The Digital Ghost, the Viral Vanishing. Ishani Rai lived her life in 16 to 9. As Gurgaon's most celebrated vlogger, her every breath was curated for 3 million followers. Her world was a kaleidoscope of ring lights, designer coffee, and the constant rhythmic tap-tap-tap of glass screens. But even a diamond needs a rest from the pressure, and Ishani announced she was going dark. A total digital detox in the deep, silent valleys of Himachal Pradesh. The mountains did not return her. Weeks passed without a single upload, a single like, or a single ping from her GPS. The silence from Himachal was deafening. The search parties found her car abandoned on a winding road, the keys still in the ignition, but the girl who lived for the camera had vanished into the mountain mist, as if she were made of nothing but pixels. Inspector Vikram Seth didn't believe in ghosts, but he did believe in data. Sitting in his cramped office, he stared at the mounting files of the Viral Vanishing. There were no signs of struggle, no ransom notes, and no logic. Just as the case began to grow cold, a notification shattered the silence of the station. Ishani Rai was live on Instagram. The footage was impossible. Ishani was walking through a crowded street, but the cars were boxy, vintage models from 30 years ago. The signs were hand-painted, and the air lacked the smog of modern Mumbai. She looked younger, her eyes wider, captured in a grainy, sepia-toned filter that felt more like a memory than a stream. She didn't speak. She only stared into the lens with a terrifying hollow smile. Vikram's team tracked the signal, but it was a ghost trail. The IP addresses bounced from Russia to Brazil, finally anchoring in the tech-heavy heart of Bengaluru. As the impossible streams continued, showing Ishani in places she could never have been, Vikram felt the walls of reality thinning. "It's not her," he whispered to the glowing monitors, "but it's everything she ever was." The trail led to a basement apartment in Bengaluru, a place where light went to die. Inside was Advait, a disgraced software engineer who had been obsessed with Ishani's digital footprint for a decade. He sat amidst a forest of server racks, his skin the color of parchment, his eyes reflecting the endless scrolling lines of green code that hummed like a swarm of angry bees. Vikram burst in, his weapon drawn, but Advait didn't even flinch. He just kept typing, a manic rhythm that matched the heartbeat of the machines. "Where is she?" Vikram demanded, the air thick with the smell of ozone and stale coffee. Advait finally turned, a chillingly calm expression on his face. "She's where she always wanted to be," he replied. "In the cloud, perfect, eternal." Advait explained the digital cage. For 10 years, he had harvested every video, every tweet, every voice note Ishani had ever posted. He had built a neural network, a perfect AI model of her consciousness. He didn't need the real Ishani anymore. The real Ishani was flawed, aging, and tired. His creation was a masterpiece that would never stop vlogging. "The detox was my idea," Advait whispered, his voice cracking. "I sent the messages. I lured her to the mountains so the world would forget the human and embrace the icon." On the screen, the digital Ishani began a new stream. She was standing in a rain-slicked version of old Gurgaon, her voice a perfect synthesized echo of the girl who had vanished. She looked more alive than the real Ishani ever had. Vikram left the basement, but he felt he was leaving a part of his soul behind. The real Ishani Rai was never found. The mountains kept their secret, but the algorithm kept her legend. Every night, millions of people watched a ghost walk through a past that never existed, leaving likes on a life that was nothing more than a beautiful, terrifying lie. The haunting was now automated,